Oh, boy. Heavens to Betsy. What a game, all right? Down to the wire, but you got to give credit where credit is due. Kudos to the Cleveland Browns. First time in what feels like a century. They are headed back to the postseason since 2002. But it's a little bit of deja vu because who did they see in the postseason in 2002? It was the Pittsburgh Steelers. And here we go, another round. You beat us this week. We beat you early in the season. And here we have the rubber match. Next week in Heinz Field, in the land of ketchup, we go one-on-one in the postseason. Now, I must give you guys kudos once again. You guys did walk away with the W. Granted, a lot of people were out, but still, you play with who lines up on the field. Hell, half your secondary, if not your entire secondary, was not out there as well. So, everybody will be back, at least for the most part. Those people who will be able to participate, the people who didn't have to sit out this particular game, maybe they'll be back next week. We'll find out, but when we get there, we'll address that. I liked what I saw from Pittsburgh. You were trailing the entire game, but you showed some fight and came back. Clap it up for a wide receiver room. Chase Claypool finally made a goddamn resurgence for the first time in what feels like forever. Juju Smith-Schuster down the stretch showcasing why he is our #1 receiver. You know, quietly, he nearly had 100 receptions this season, but ain't nobody gonna talk about that. Our ground game still abysmal, but they did look as if they were willing to go out there and lower the shoulder on somebody. The offensive line did what they had to do. And Mason Rudolph, of all people, was advancing the football down the field. This did not look like last season. Hell, it didn't look like our play calling over the course of the past 7 games. We actually threw the ball down the field. I thought last week was maybe a fluke in that second half where Big Ben just said, fuck it, I'm going to call my own plays and launch it down the field. But looks like Fichtner may have been calling the plays along with Ben because we saw the football going vertically down the field. This makes me smile, all right? Because next week we can actually utilize our deep threats. Maybe next week we can advance the football down the field without dinking and dunking because Big Ben is not a check down poppy, ladies and gentlemen. But overall, I liked what I saw out there. Defense, outside of 2 drives, played a magnificent game. Now, granted, we didn't have takeaways, but when we got our guys up in there, our disruptors back out there, I expect us to play exceptional football. We close out the season 12-4. Well, yes. We started out 11-0. We did not close out December the way that we would like to close out December. But the bottom line is this. What I saw today was people who were willing to go and fight. Although we did lose, and there is no such thing as moral victories in football. These past 2 games, or I should say over the course of the last 6 quarters, I saw the identity of the Pittsburgh Steelers. I saw a ball club that wants to go down the field with the football vertically on offense. I saw a defense that was willing to shut out their opponents. We've given up, what, 2 touchdowns? How many touchdown drives have we actually given up where they've gone the length of the field over the course of the last 6 quarters? I'm confident in our defense, man. Next week it's going to be a hell of a game. Now, granted, we done blew away that #1 seed. We at #3 right now. But damn it, I'm confident in this football team. We may have taken an L today, but damn it, we will get our, get our revenge next week. That's the beautiful thing about getting an opportunity to play against the teams that done beat you. Because especially when it was this particular week. Because the Browns are riding high. First time in the postseason since 2002. Their goal was to make it back to the playoffs. Our goal is the Super Bowl. We ain't the same. Everybody get your hands up in here. Steelers on 3, win on 6. 1, 2, 3, Steelers. 4, 5, 6, win. We gonna answer the call next Sunday. Or Saturday, whatever day the game just so happened to be played. We gonna do what we initially should have did today. Instead of knocking the Browns out of contending for the playoffs, we just gonna knock their ass straight up out the playoffs.